Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Morning Leap for Tuesday, February the 9th. My name is Doug McKay. I am the founder and head moderator of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live sessions to go through the market macro to micro, take a look at the structure, drill down to the trade levels and the targets that we are looking at for the day, and then set up our hypotheses. Please read through the disclaimer. Nobody here at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own due diligence, your own trade plan, and your own risk metrics. If you are interested in coming and checking us out, please send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website, there's no blog, it's just this live every day on the go-to, and we do live trading and analysis during the course of the market. You will need a Skype account, so please open one up. It's easy to do, it's free, and send me a contact request at Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And if you like this video, there's over 300 days of these videos on YouTube. Just do a search for Quantum Leap Futures. And if you like what I do, follow me on Twitter at Crazy2. So yesterday we were looking for a range-bound day. We had gap down with the possibility of turning into a gap and go and a push down to the 18 area, possibly the 11 area. We did gap down, and basically, our key line was 1848.75. Believe it or not, it's going to be our key line again today. And we got below that and just basically ground our way down, all the way down. Didn't quite get to the 1818, but we did get to our 24.75 target. Buyers stepped in and we rotated right through value, right through the IB, and we created a neutral day for the day and closed at 1852.50, near the high of the day that we put in, just coming into the close. So, excuse me, it was an interesting day for sure, and I got done early and just stepped to the sidelines and enjoyed my afternoon. Each morning I like to start with a candlestick chart and a 9 EMA and a 20 SMA, start with the monthly, work my way down, just checking to see where we are within the trends. You can see that we've had this beautiful trend up for several years, and now we've violated it, and we're currently trading below the 9 and the 20, starting a possible downward trend on the monthly. On the weekly, you can see it's much more pronounced. We have slope and separation, and definitely a downward trend on the weekly. On the daily, same thing. We had this strong downward trend, great slope and separation. They tried to violate the trend. They failed, and now we've got continuation. We're getting slope and separation. Do have a possible foobar Mr. Sneaky here on the daily, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, and a possible tech gap close up into the 1875 area. On the 4-hour, you see slope and separation, rejection of the 9 after closing the tech gap, and we've got a downward trend going on the 4-hour. On the 1-hour, we had this trend. They tried to violate it, back below it, and possible start of continuation to the downside. No real naked crosses, which is something that's interesting. There is a naked cross there. We want to pay attention to that today, 1840.75. But we do have continuation happening. We had strong trend down. They violated it. We've got consolidation, and then we've fallen back below, and we're getting slope and separation. Not a lot of slope and separation, but we're getting continuation to the downside. Going to the 15-minute, a little bit different story. We do have slope and separation, and we've got a naked cross at 1846. Going to the 5-minute, and we've got slope and separation. We've got this trend going to the downside, and we do have a naked cross as well at 1848 and a quarter. So as we sit coming into this RTH session, we're seeing a lot of weakness come into this market. Oh, look at this head and shoulder pattern. Didn't see that last night. And you know, we're definitely seeing some weakness coming into this marketplace. Keep putting in a new overnight low, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So looking at the big picture, fell out of balance yesterday. Had a gap and go day, but it turned out to be a hammer day. There's no way we're going to open up above the hammer. So the hammer has been, violated terribly. We're going to open up near the lows of yesterday rather than near the highs of yesterday. We're just above this key level right here at 24.50. It's going to be important to us. 32 and a quarter is going to be our first key trade area above us. Above that, I'd be looking for a move up into, and my main hypothesis today is if we stay above the 24, is we're going to get stuck in this wick today. And we're going to come up here, and we're going to chop around between 48.75 and 32 and a quarter. If we get below the 20, the low from yesterday, which was at 21.75, then I'm looking for a move down into the 18.11 area. I thought we were going to hit it yesterday, at least the 18. We didn't, but seeing some much weakness coming in. Last night we gapped down. I had posted in the room, if we held the 48.75 to get long into the gap, but they failed it miserably, and then I got short, and I stayed short all night. That's why I'm a little bit tired. I was up late trading last night. But it was a good night. So key level, 32 and a quarter, 48.75, in between chop, below 24.75, continuation down into the 11, most likely down to test the other side of the balance down here at the 1800 level, and possibly a dip into the 1700s and a test down to the 1783.50. So let's take a look at overnight. We have a trend situation in overnight. We opened up at the 50. We opened up at the 52.75. They went up. Remember last night I said in the ETH we'd likely come up and test that 53.75, 54 level, and then they gapped down. You can see the little gap right here. They gapped down and never looked back. Really wrote, just big trend down, and then they rallied, tried to make a new high, failed at 56.75, and they sold off again. You can see that the Europeans sold it off again once they opened up like they did the other night. So right now, as it stands, and it's possible that we're going to make a new low. I've been waiting for this low to be put in and held, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to hold. We have a low of 18.27 and a quarter, which is one tick above the value area low from yesterday, and our overnight high is at 56.75. And our VPOC is not likely to change. It's at 35. Our floor pivot is at 1852.50. Our change percentage of range price is 1844.75. Where's my marking for that? Oh, there it is. Oh, I already have it there. Okay. And then based on our week low, which is our 2175, 1821.75. Our weekly ATR is 74.76. Puts our weekly ATR target to 96.50. Our weekly high is 1884.50 minus the 74.76. That takes our weekly ATR down to 0975. Got it marked there. Off of the overnight high of 1856.75 minus our daily ATR, which is running 48.80. That takes our daily ATR target down to 0.08, off of the low so far of 1827.25 plus our daily 48.80 takes our daily ATR target to 1876. We have a LVN overnight at 1839.75. That's right by that 1841 area. 18, which is shifted to 1840. So we're going to use 1840.50, just above our VPOC. Okay, so basically we've got some key levels here. Obviously we've got our overnight low and our value area from yesterday at 27 area, 27 and a quarter. Let me just do this. 27 and a quarter. Key line for me today below is going to be this 24.50 area, 24.75 I should say. Below that, we take out yesterday's low at 21.75, and then our key target below is going to be that 18 level. 14 is a little bit of support, and then the 11 to 10.75 with our weekly down ATR target and our daily down target just below. And then all those levels below, 1804, 1875, the next big target below, 1795, 1790, 75, 83 and a quarter, and down to the next big target, which is all the way down here in the 1765. Seeing some weakness here. If we hold and just dip down and hold the value, the range low from yesterday, and then pop up anywhere between here, and then pop up and get back up into value, then I think we're going to hold, and I think we slowly grind our way up. We've got a CLVN here at 32.25. So above that, accelerate the longs into the overnight VPOC at 35, but I'd be looking for a move up to test the 39.50 level, take out that naked VPOC. Anything above 40, look for continuation up into the value area high at 44 and the change percentage of range target at 44.75. And then once we're outside of value and in the upper distribution, I'd be targeting the 48.75, but I'd front run it at the 48. That's where our HVN is there. And then the next key line in the sand is just above that, and it's going to be at the 48.75. Was key support, now it's going to be key resistance. And above that, I look for them to take out the gap fill with the close from yesterday at 52.50 and the floor pivot. And then above there, you've got the 55 and then the 56.75 overnight high. And then above that, you've got 57.50 as a target. And then at 59.50, I'm going to be looking for some resistance. Then we've got the gap fill at 61. And then our next key line in the sand above us is going to be at that 64.50. And inside of that, I'd be looking at 67.25. 70 resistance, and then up into the 75. We get above our range from yesterday, which I doubt we're going to do. Just get long, stay long above the range. I'd be staying long above the 48.75 because we're likely to come up all the way into the 64.50 area. But right now we're in the lower distribution. We're seeing some weakness below the value. And get below that 24.75, look for a move into this distribution zone around 18.10.75 today. Take a quick look at the Keltner. Center line is at 30.75. We're below it right now. We're rejecting it. Move down to the lower Keltner is going to take us down into the key line in the sand below us at 24.75. We get above, a move up to the upper Keltner is going to take us up into that 36, more likely come up and take out that 39.50 area. Take a quick look at gold. That's my wrong gold chart. We've broken out again. They just do not want to stop. We've already hit my target for 2016, and we're not even through February yet. How quickly they can move this market. So right now, balance is at 1192.90. We've got the CLVN just above us. They're holding it right now at 96. We're not going to get away from this 1260 very quickly. This is the most traded price going back to October 2008. Likely to chop around in this area between the 1189.80 and the 1206. But we should see some sellers stepping in here and holding us down for the time being. I don't think we're going to pop up. But remember, rule of 10. If we get back into the 1200, okay, today, look for them to come up to the 1210 area and complete the rule 10 for gold. Disgusts me that I missed this big of a trade when I was looking so diligently for it, but I got in it and got out too early looking for a pullback and never got the pullback. And that's the way trading goes. Anyway, that's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.